Is this even working? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. I guess it is working. No, it's not Sunday already. I'm just sitting here tuning the rat rig. Thought, there's nobody really here with me tonight. The wife's upstairs sleeping. The child is at grandma's, so I thought I'd just go live for the heck of it. It gets kind of boring sitting down here all alone, but yeah. So I got this thing pretty much tweaked now. Finally got Clipper all working. Got the accelerometer working, so I did a couple test prints already with it. And I'm just doing a test print now to see if my accelerometer settings worked. So, yeah, nothing super exciting other than getting this thing all tweaked and tuned. So I got a little bit of the very first cube I printed off of this thing before doing my accelerometer and input shaping was pretty darn good. See if I can show this off on this camera. There's the back side. Now we have some of the ghosting on the Y. X turned out beautiful. Oh, so there we go. X turned out really nice. The top turned out really nice. And the bottom layer turned out really nice. So we're seeing if the input shaper, is going to get rid of some of that ghosting right there. And on the back side of it. So that's all on the Y side. So printing this to see what happens, to see what it looks like. And this prints pretty quick. I think it was 7 minutes to print this cube. I have got my acceleration set at, based on my accelerometer speed test, my accelerometer suggested I could have an acceleration, which I think is high, of 8,000. So I have my acceleration set at 5,000 right now, 200 millimeters a second velocity. Yeah, and we'll see. And it's printing at 100 millimeters a second, right? 100 millimeters right now, 100 millimeters a minute, 100 millimeters a second. That would be a little quicker than this. So we'll just see how this cube finishes. It's hard to see on the Z side or the Y side from now, but that X face looks really, really good so far. So that's Jesse PLA Fire Red filament. It's a little darker than it looks in the. It's actually more blood red than it looks in the camera. So because of the lighting. Hey Jeff from BC, how are you? Just an impromptu stream tonight. Just chilling in the house tonight. Waiting for Grandma to call for me to go pick up the little guy. So when Grandma calls, I'll be heading out. Probably another hour before she'll call. So I thought, I checked out. Nobody else was live tonight, so I thought I'd come on live. And you know what I should do, because it's a fun Friday night stream, I'm going to post a link. I see Liam's there. If anybody wants to pop in, by all means, feel free to pop into my stream. There we go. I think that'll show up. Let me make sure that translates. There we go. I'll pin that to the top. Feel free to pop in if you like. So this cube is just about done. Man, it's fast. I think, what I say, 6 minutes. This has been going for, where's my estimate? My time. I think we've been going for 5 minutes and, no. Anyways, I'm still learning to read this whole screen here thing. Hey, Gary. Oh, yeah, you were on already. There goes some top layers. That's almost done. Man, that's printing fast. Yeah, this is working. This is working good now that I got the accelerometer working. We got the software issues all worked out. Hey, Steven. just going live for fun. It was either sit upstairs and watch TV or come down and work on the rat rig. So I thought, you know what, let's come down and work on the rat rig. This should be a good print. I'll have to compare that to the other one I printed, and yeah, hopefully that ghosting goes away on the y-axis, because X is just beautiful as it is. And the top layer, I mean, my goodness, this thing is 75% perfect now. If this comes out, I'm going to think of a bigger print to do. I got another Pi. I have two. And it turns out, long story short, I have two Pi Zeros. Right now, this is running on a Pi Zero 2W or 2, a Pi Zero version 2, which is working fine. Turns out there was nothing wrong with my Pi. Apparently, I had forgot to uncomment when I compiled the Pi. I had to go into the I forget the name of the file where you put your Wi-Fi information in, your Wi-Fi network and your password. And I didn't even realize, didn't look, because I've been looking at it so long, that the actual Wi-Fi information was commented out. Yeah, so the Wi-Fi information was commented out, uncommented it, and it worked fine. So I'm sure the other Pi I have, which is this guy here, my Pi 4, I'm sure it's fine. But the Pi Zero is running on this now. It's great. Stephen, what is your pressure advance number? I just finished your VCore 400 and doing some tuning. My pressure advance was 0.055. I believe. Let me just double check here. Let me pop over to this screen here. That cube's just finishing up. Let me have a look in my printer config file for you. I'm still learning where to find certain things. Yeah, that cube just finished right there. My pressure advance ended up being 0.055, which ironically enough, the default setting in it was 0.05. So when I did the calculations, that extra 5/100ths came in. So yeah, 0.055. I think I have a visitor. There we go. Hey, Liam, how are you?
Good, and you?
Oh, not too bad at all.
It's
Good.
printing.
It's printing. It just finished. Man, it finished fast. I'm going to see how this cube looks. Oh, there we go. Oh, I still got some Z wobble. Wow. Or Y.
But you must also remember you're still on that platform, aren't you? You're still on the Lazy Susan?
I'm still on the Lazy Susan. Yeah, but the accelerometer should have allowed for that. So I've got my X turned out beautiful. But then on the Y, I've still got that ghosting going on in the Y.
Yep. Well, I know Jason said it shouldn't. It should be fine, but you must remember the amount of that wobble that's going to be there is going to vary continuously.
Yeah.
And when
Z
you
is
just
great.
you wedged it on one axis, not the other.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So the y-axis moves forward and backwards, right?
Yeah.
And where you seen the ghosting on the X or the Y?
On the Y. So the cube is printing this way, so I got the X, so it's the Y-axis, which is this way. And yeah, it's still, like, this thing is still fairly wobbly.
And
so,
and also it measures it once, but it's every single time you move that, it's going to have to remeasure again because you're going to recalibrate it for.
Yeah, because when it was doing the accelerometer test, this wasn't moving at all. The accelerometer was just vibrating the head and everything. Now, when this prints, especially on a small cube like this, making those rapid changes, this is boogieing.
Yeah, so I would say that has some play to do with it. Like when you put it in its permanent position, it'll change.
Yeah, Steve L. If you've got a much higher number than me for your pressure advance, make sure you didn't make the mistake I did. When I did the formula, I was looking at the number. I don't remember the number, but I was looking at the
Bowden number,
Bowden tube number instead of the direct feed number. The example they give you is for Bowden tube. So if, I forget the number, what it is, 0.5 or something, but the example they give on the Clipper side is for Bowden. You want to look up above and make sure you use the factor for the direct drive. My number was really, really high too, and my corners look like crap. So what I think I'll do, I'm going to print a different print rate now. One that's not as tiny and it's not going to shake the printer. and I'll see if it makes it any better. But what I'll probably end up doing while I'm waiting is I'm gonna slide the printer off onto my workbench, which is much more solid. So
Yeah, but your accelerometer settings will have to be redone again.
exactly when I take it. Well, at least I know it's working now. And boy, all the layers look amazing except that Y. But I mean, I had to redo everything because I hadn't backed up my config file, which I should do right now.
I wasn't expecting anyone to be live tonight because
I was just sitting down here and it's quiet and I came down and I thought, man, I couldn't find anybody live, so I thought I'm just gonna go live. What the heck?
yeah, I'm live in the morning.
Oh, okay, yes, yeah. You're in the morning, Jerry's in the afternoon.
Yeah, mine is not a hangout. Mine is an unboxing in the morning.
Oh, okay. There, I just downloaded my config file. Keep.
It's funny. That machine arrived.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what it was. My last communication with that company was a while back, and
Yeah.
I got no tracking number. I got no information. I actually had to open the box to find out who the manufacturer was.
Oh, really? Oh, that's funny.
There's nothing on the outside. There's no. It's a beta machine. It's not. They're not at production yet. They're in production, and they're not going to be released until January.
Oh, okay. So it was basically a mystery box.
And there's no labels on the printer itself for the manufacturer. There's no name or anything on it. It's just it's blank. So it's it was kind of funny.
Let's see. What does open project? There's a whole bunch of what's a Voron design cube? Let's see what that is. Oh, that's a Voron cube. I could print one of those. But this isn't a Voron. That would be sacrilege.
Never the twain shall meet, isn't that what they say?
So what do you think of the new Prusa? Isn't that impressive?
You know, they've added some technology. I like the nozzle pressure sensors and stuff like this, right? But
yeah,
for $4,000, you can get 2 rat rigs.
Yeah, it's a very expensive. When you configure it with 5 nozzles, it's what? Yeah, 4,000 US, right?
Yeah,
so,
and you can get 2 rat rigs for that price.
That's crazy. I know.
And you could get a rat rig and put a tool changer on a rat rig for less.
Yeah.
So
I guess it's you're paying for the research, the new technology. They've got
but it's not new. It's not new tech. All this stuff I'm talking about is existing technology that other companies with high-end machines have already implemented.
Right. Okay.
Like the nozzle pressure sensors and all that already exists. So
yeah,
it's
now
new tech.
And same with the extruder, or whatever they call an extruder.
I believe there's something similar already out there. And if you ask me, I'd be doing pellet, not filament extruders.
Oh, okay.
I'd offer a pellet extruder on a machine like that. To me, that would make sense. Oh, by the way, what do you think of my FU Cancer Bear?
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Giving a finger to cancer.
I like that. That's neat. Did you paint that, or is it multicolor filament?
I paint. It's resin print, and I painted it. I did a really botched job of it. But I'm not in any way or shape or form artistic. But I use little paint. I use little paint pens to color it.
Okay, better than I would do.
Well, it's 2 colors. I can't go far wrong, or 3 colors. But buddy, one of the guys I work with has just got the all clear. So I'm half thinking of sending it to him. He's here in the States. I'm half thinking of sending it on to him so he can put it on his desk.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And the other thing I like about that Prusa XL is the way they've designed their bed is interesting. So you have 12 plates for the bed with different heat zones. That is unique. I have not seen that before.
It's unique on a consumer level printer.
Right.
There are larger printers out there that do have and variation in heat zones. So they have multiple heating plates. and you can turn them on or off. I've seen it. So if you're printing in one corner, you only heat that corner.
Yeah, and I think it was Uncle Jesse on this video today. He had a good point too. That how are they keeping those plates level, like on a parallel surface with each other? If you have to change one out, how easy is it to get it level? So what's leveling those plates? So,
but isn't there a build plate on top of those?
There's a build plate on top of them, but if they're not level, your build plate's not going to be.
Yeah, but I'm guessing they're dropping. I'm guessing they're dropping their fixed size and they drop.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Hey, Jerry's here and Dennis is here. I'm not home alone. Maria's upstairs sleeping. She had a procedure today, so she was really groggy when we got home. And Ethan is at grandma's. I'm waiting for a call to go pick him up. So I thought I'd stream until I got to go pick Ethan up while I'm getting the printer going.
Yeah, I like what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
I'm just not a fan of paying so much for a machine that's consumer grade. Yeah. Like I know people like I know Tripod ordered one.
Did he? Okay.
He did. And I know Loyal ordered one, and a couple of the other guys out there ordered them. But I couldn't bring myself to do that.
I was tempted to, but then I think I'd regret it now. Although you can get the deposit back anytime, but I thought, it's. I want to wait and see how they are first.
It needs to get in the hands of people first to be put through its paces. Really put
through its paces, exactly.
And even then, for a home user, it's way outside of 99% of people's budget.
It is.
They're aiming at business, or they're aiming at a very small market. Now, if they're aiming at a business, they should have enclosed it.
Yeah.
If
it is sort of partially enclosed. But I mean, yellow thing, but not the top.
Yeah, it needs to be complete. Well, even the sides are not fully, and the front of it's opened. It needs to be enclosed. It needs to have an enclosure to be locked in with doors, so you can actually maintain temperature and stuff.
But did you see how the bellow thing works, though? It's got on the front. It's on Joel's stream when he's there live. It's got a little bellow that collapses on the bottom, and you pull it up, and it encloses everything except the top. It's actually pretty. It's kind of neat, although you can't watch the print while it's printing, and that's closed.
Which is why Joel pulled out the angle grinder on the Ender 7 because he couldn't see the first layers we put down, so he cut the front of it off with an angle grinder. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So why would you go back? Why would you sing the praises of that when it's actually doing the same thing and blocking your view of the print?
Yeah, well, see, I think the thing with this one is they've left the front open. The idea, I think, is make sure your first layer is going good. Although they guarantee a perfect first layer all the time.
Good luck with that.
Then you pull your bellows up. I know. Well, that's going to be interesting to see, especially on a full size. So, a draft shield. Yeah.
Make a friend.
Oh, Jerry.
Yeah, I like. I'm sorry. I can't justify. I wouldn't be able to justify it myself. I'd have to have a very special need use case for it, and then it would say so.
Old curmudgeon, I'll get you those files on Monday. I had to leave early today, but I'll send you whatever. Illustrator, EPS, all that. And Ike, Ike is here. Anybody wants to drop on, the link is pinned, so feel free. I'm just doing an impromptu live stream. And we're printing a stinking fast 200% Mervyn. Let's see. There we go. Let's see what Mervyn looks like.
200% is what speed is that? About how many millimeters?
I've got my print speeds. I've got everything set at 100.
So is that 200? 200, okay.
And I've got, this thing when I did the accelerometer test on it, it goes through and it tells me which I'm not even sure which input shaper mode to use, which I'm using MVU or something. It is using frequency type is MZV, and it also comes out and tells you based on its readings what acceleration you can get away with on your X and your Y, and it told me 8,000 on them. And I thought, that's really high. I don't think this thing will do any faster than 5,000 anyways. Because I put 8,000, I shouldn't have. But then when I printed it, it's telling me right here that the acceleration is 5,000 and 5,000 for deceleration.
And you must also remember that speed is 99% of the time is rarely achieved unless you're on a straight long wall.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see the speed going from anywhere from 40 to 100, 40, 80, 0, 1. Yeah.
Yeah, so even if you set it at 200, it's not achieving it because the amount of directional changes are so.
Oh, exactly.
Common. Yeah.
It's only going to really have those speeds for any given point of time on a large scale model.
Yeah. If we're doing a large box, like a 500 box, it would achieve that on a straight run and then about the center of it for a section in the center and then slow down again too.
Yeah. Steve L, I'm using Super Slicer as well. I downloaded last night the latest version. They had a version that was released 12 hours prior to me downloading it, which is what I'm using now. And I downloaded Teaching Tech's Rat Rig profile and just changed my bed size. So I'm using his. Hey, Ben.
Michael's? Yeah.
Yeah, Michael's slicer. Somebody else asked me something here. Oh, Curmudgeon's running 2,700. Yeah, I'm at 5,000 right now, just because it suggested 8,000 for me. But I'm probably, I don't know. Maybe that's too high. Maybe that's why I was getting some of my my Y banding there. So we'll see. I'll see how the Marvin turns out.
Yeah, well, it may not show up on Marvin because it's moving or it's
curves as opposed to straight edges. Yeah. So
yeah, and curves it handles better. Yeah. I'm planning on doing. I'm busy. My Ender 5 Plus is busy, but when I'm done with it, I'm planning on running Clipper on my Ender 5. My Ender 5 Plus.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to use a Creality Wi-Fi box, which I have one over here somewhere, and I'm going to install Clipper on the Wi-Fi on the Creality Wi-Fi box.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't notice you had a mistake in the flags, Jerry.
Yeah, they're upside down.
They're American flags, and I wouldn't
notice. It's the same for me. I wouldn't notice.
Yeah. 2,700 on Ender Pro 3, though. Okay. Wags finger, so it's more impressive. Okay.
Remember I was telling you about that big printer that a company's working on right now, a 600 cube?
Yeah.
I recommended that they look at Marlin for the software to drive it. Oh, not Marlin, sorry, Clipper.
Clipper, yeah.
I recommended.
That would be interesting if a company does come out with Clipper as the default software for their printer. Nobody has.
Yeah, and I recommended that they look at Clipper as a software because if they this thing is going to be huge. Yeah. An accelerometer on this, it's a Core XY.
Yeah.
But it's using cross rails for X and Y for the printhead. It's a bed dropper, right? But they're actually through the printhead. They're actually running linear rods.
Oh, okay.
To support it because the span is so large, right?
Yeah.
The span of distance is so large. So if they go with the Clipper on it, someone could then add an accelerometer to it and fine-tune the hell out of its motion.
Right.
And you get some amazingly fast prints out of it.
Yeah, I would, now that I'm a little more...
Lama said the Prusa Excel is mentioned using
Clipper. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it's compatible. Maybe it's not installed by default, but maybe it's compatible.
But now that I've got some experience with Clipper and I feel comfortable, I actually quite like it. And now that I've got some experience with the Pies, I think what I'm going to do is my machines at my office and any machine that I use to sell my work, I may upgrade them all to Clipper because it's just, to me, it gives me a little bit more control, a little bit higher quality control. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I want to do it on my Ender 5 Plus because it's the largest printer I have right now.
IL-C smells as bad as it tastes. I don't know what you're talking about, Jerry. IL-C? IL-C.
IL-C.
He's typing on a phone, so.
And in a different language, apparently.
Either that or he's on some sort of medication.
Yeah.
Hey, Tron.
So
Thanks for popping in.
Self-administered.
Yeah.
No, but I'd like to. So I'd like to see what if they follow my direction on that one.
Okay, I got a missed call. I'm going to mute myself for a second. I got to call Grandma back. She may want me to come pick him up. Hold on.
Yeah. Hey, SPC, how are you? Yeah, so I'm going to put a clipper on my 5 Plus, and I'll probably put it on my CR10 Smart as well, because that has a Wi-Fi board built into it, and I can just go in and reload that Wi-Fi board to make it turn into.
Okay, keep them occupied for a minute, Liam. I've Grandma dropped him off. I'm going to go grab him, but I'll just leave my print showing here. I'm just going to do this, and you can keep them occupied while they watch Marvin print.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. With a quality box, what else do you need to put clipper? Actually, there is Chris, there is a pre-compiled version of Marlin of Clipper out there that you can actually flash onto your Corelli Wi-Fi box. It's basically on the SD card. There's an SD card in the Wi-Fi box. You put it on the SD card, you boot up off it. There's instructions out there, so it's not a hard step, but you still have to go in and configure Clipper afterwards. But and you have to make changes on your printer as well to run Clipper. You have to install Clipper onto the main board. You have to do new firmware flash to the main board as well. I can make the CR10 smart because it's not smart right now. It's actually a dumb printer. I have terrible problems with it. I don't like it at all. But maybe with Clipper running on it, I can improve it. I don't. It's Lama. I had the printer months ago. I powered it on. It worked first time. I turned it off. I powered it on again. The board died. It took months and months and months. It took about 3 months to get a new board. I put a new board in. It works. Its print quality is. Its ABL sucks big time. It doesn't do a good job of remembering the bed mesh whatsoever. It's just not a well thought out. Their firmware needs an awful lot of work. That's why I was thinking if I go Clipper on that, I can get Clipper to control it and take over those functionalities and improve it. Yeah, no, a lot of people. I've asked them for the firmware, for the code, for the source code, so I myself and the rest of the community can actually start working on it and try and make it better, because what they've done with it, the source code on that machine is, or the firmware on that machine is just atrocious. So I don't mind crediting machines, but that machine is really bad. So tomorrow you're doing an unboxing? Yes, I am, and you have a live stream as well. So I'm doing an unboxing of a Wido, the Hefe 3 printer. I did open the box because I didn't know what was in the box. A box arrived. It's a 3D printer on the outside. No branding because it's a beta machine, but there's no branding or anything on the outside. So I had to open to see what was inside, and there's no branding on the machine itself. But I do know who it came from, because once I saw it, I knew where it came from. But it actually needs to be assembled. So there's going to be some assembly involved. That's tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, and then Jerry, you're on at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for your hangout. I'm fine with the ABL that's on there as long as it senses properly and measures correctly, and then when you run a print, it actually uses the information it learned during the bed probe, and it doesn't do a good job of that today. What is it? I'm going to stick 5015 on my driver and 25-minute benchy. If you do a really small benchy, you can probably do it in 25 minutes on a resin printer. I like the touch on that would work as long as what it builds as a mesh map of the bed, and it uses it during printing. It'll be fine, but it doesn't. And I've actually done G code to recall it. I've done I've called ABL before a print in my startup G code. I've done ABL within the UI and on using the screen interface to try and do the ABL and then recall it in G code, and nothing does a good job of it. It just doesn't do a good job. It needs work. That firmware needs a lot of work, and we've asked Creality. Many people have asked Creality. I even explained the reasons why we need the code, because their firmware is a mess, and they have not released it yet. So hopefully they'll do it soon, and we can get operational and we get that firmware fixed. But in the meantime, if I can get Clip on it, I'll just go that route.
Thank you for playing host for a moment.
I'm Irish. I'm very loquacious, as you know. My problem is talking is not my issue. Shutting me up is the problem.
No. Yeah, I have a mute button control here.
Doesn't mean I'll stop.
What time is your live stream tomorrow?
11 a.m. Eastern.
Pacific? Eastern. Okay, so 9 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
I should be awake.
Yeah, well, if you're welcome to jump on. It's just, you're welcome. Like, it's just this machine needs to be assembled. It needs to be built. I'm just streaming direct to YouTube is what I'm doing. I'm not doing StreamYard.
Okay.
So, but I'll build it, and I'll should be easy enough. But it does involve more assembly than most printers we get nowadays. Are 2 pieces, put them together, put in a few bolts, and you're done.
Yeah.
I had a quick look at this because it is a beta machine. There's a bit more work involved in it, and it's you can tell by looking at it, it's not finished product.
Right.
Because I had to open the box to figure out what was in there, but it looks like it was the engineers did what was one an engineering machine that they tested, and they took it apart. They shipped it to me, so.
Oh, okay.
So that's what the
interesting.
And that's fine if it is.
Prusa XL, they want $500 more for assembled. So I'm curious to see what assembly is involved for the unassembled.
It's like building a rat rig. It'll take you 6 weeks or 8 weeks.
Yeah. I think one of the hardest parts, if they don't have it pre-built, would be the Core XY belt. Like, it would be interesting if that's all done for you, or if you got to do everything.
I doubt it. Even the Mini, you had to put the belts on.
Yeah,
it was basically a parts list, so a bill of materials. So I'm guessing it's probably a long build.
Yeah, when I got my Mini, my Mini was before they offered the disassembled one. Mine was 2 pieces.
Yeah, but Jerry got, and we remember Jerry's was 2 days.
Yes, 2 days. Yeah, so, I remember that. Well, and I think they do that also because it's less shipping, because they can pack it smaller.
Yeah, well, that big 600 cube that I was telling you about, I recommended that they consider, because they've built these already, and a few of these already for, and especially individual customers, like business customers. And what they said was they shipped it assembled, 100% in a crate. So that's a big crate to move around.
Oh, it would be.
So I've told them that if they're going to ship it overseas, it'd be better if they break it down into smaller components, and then people can actually and let people assemble it. Because people who are going to be buying a machine like that anyway are probably okay to assemble. You know.
Yeah. When I bought my FlashForge Creator 3, it's a fully enclosed, fully assembled printer. It came on in a huge box with a mini skid. It was so big.
Yeah, and like I've gotten a resin printer in a wooden crate.
Right. He's got his Christmas jacket on. And he got a haircut since he's last on stream.
I saw his haircut.
Yeah.
He's saying, "What are you doing showing my bits on TV?"
Oh. Don't flash the audience there. Don't flash the crowd. Good boy. You're a good boy.
But so yeah, I told them that they could actually ship it as in components, and then give really good detailed instructions on how to build it.
Yeah,
that would actually save them money too, because they don't have to assemble it in the factory. Because like this thing was going to be about, with a 600 bed, it's probably going to be about 700 cubes for the machine itself.
Oh yes,
if not more.
It's going to be big. Well, what's this? I'm curious. This one is what's my handy?
Your RAM is probably about almost 600, I'd say.
It's 700.
So this other thing will probably be even bigger than that then, maybe 800 or 900.
Is 700 by, if you go right up to the top of where the extruder is, it's 700 by about 750.
Yeah, and this and that's deeper than it is wide. If you measure the depth of that, the back is longer. There's the electronics in the back board, remember?
That 790.
So it's about so.
Yeah. Well, it's sitting on a 3-foot platform, right? So.
Well, yeah, so this thing would be probably over 3 feet cube.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 500 rat rig will fit through your smallest door by about an inch. Yeah. I measured my doors before I built this, and I made sure I could fit 3 feet through them. So our doors are, I think, 36 inches wide standard.
Yeah. So this big 600 machine wouldn't even fit into my house. If it arrived, if I got one delivered, assembled, I'd have to disassemble it to bring it in.
Yeah. Well, just get it. Well, buy a new house and get your house built around it, and then it stays with the house.
Yeah, that would work too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I jokingly told the guys they were talking. They mentioned about it, and I said, "Yeah, I've reserved a spot in my in my workspace floor just for this." I said, "It's reserved already."
Interesting thing with the Prusa XL, you still couldn't print a full-size R2 dome on it. It's not.
Yeah, it's too small. What is the build area? 400.
What did they say? 14 inches, which is 14 inches, which is about 360, 36 centimeters.
An Ender 5 Plus is almost that size.
Yeah. That's so
350 by 350 by 4.
Yeah, it's 14 by 14, so 35. Yeah, they're saying 35 centimeters square, which really isn't 36, 360.
Well, it's really big for a Prusa, but it's not that big for a printer.
Not that big for when I've got one like this sitting here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, as I said, it is a big Prusa for all the. It's the biggest of the Prusas, but compared to other machines, like even Jerry has like the CR10 Max is bigger than that.
He says you need 470 for the dome, 18-inch dome, which is 460. So you need that 470 bed. Yeah, and it'll just fit on this 500 bed, the dome.
Yeah, come on, I agree with you. Like you could get 2 rat rigs for the price of a Prusa.
Yeah.
So you can have twice the fun, and you can get fantastic prints out of it.
And if you know what you're doing, you should get just as good a print as they would get on the Prusa. You're paying for the Prusa's bells and whistles and the research. Like, I don't care about the LEDs that'll change color when my print's done. So
no, you don't need that. You can actually build that clipper into. Can't you get clipper to just beep when it's done?
I probably can. I just don't know. I have my. It's funny. The G code, the start G code or NG code. I think it's the NG code has it in. If you look at the progress over there, it's saying unknown command time lapse take frame. So whoever set the G code up,
imaging in there.
Yeah, whoever set the G code up has set it up to take a time lapse picture. So it's not hurting the print, but
no, you should be able to go in and turn that off if you want to.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure I saw the NG code. So
But
let's see.
yeah, that's not an issue. But that's
Marvin's
actually looking pretty good. That printers.
It's looking really good so far.
Yeah.
And it looks probably even better in person. Oh, yeah. He's got a little saggy crotch going on, but not bad.
Well, yeah, because of just print speed that's.
Yeah. 2,000 for Prusa XL, 2,500 built. Yeah. That's 2,000 US dollars. This thing, this cost me under 2,000 Canadian dollars. So.
Yeah, it's about 1,500 US for a rat rig.
Yeah.
So I would, given the choice between that and the Prusa, and I know a lot of people out there who are Prusa fans. I'm sorry, I'm not part of Club Orange. I don't have like one. Prusa. I don't have. They're fine machines, but like, I'm sorry, you can't justify the price when you can get the same quality out of another machine with a bit of tuning.
No.
For somebody who just wants a plug-in and go machine,
yeah,
they're good machines for that. But
yeah, Matt, come on.
Most people are making.
Link is at the top of the. It's pinned at the top, Matt. Pop in, no problem. Yeah, it's
Oh, good luck with that, Jerry.
If I had the business at my full-time job, if I had the business and I was going to make a print farm and I had a job that could justify it, I'd buy a couple of XLs or a few of them because they're probably more plug and play, and I don't want to take the time to tweak them. But no, I'm really shocked at the price they came in at. But
yeah, it is.
I get a cool draft shield.
Yeah, well,
I could build that draft shield in a heartbeat, Sansa.
Yeah, and like your printer that you have right now is mostly enclosed. Yeah, there's no reason why you can't put doors in the front and put a cap, an extra wide cap over the top.
Yeah, I'm going to put a side on this side yet. I haven't done it yet.
I know.
And I'm going to probably put doors on the front, acrylic doors.
Yeah, but on top, I'm saying you could build the thing and mount it in the frame with a hinge.
Oh, yeah.
And to the point that because you don't need it to cover the sides, right? No. Some people put brushes on the sides. You don't even need that because heat rises, so you'll get trapped in the lid. So you don't need to have the lid fully enclosed. You just need to trap the heat so it doesn't escape out away to the top freely.
I want to find a way. I've seen a couple. I want to mount my filament somewhere different than up top. I'm not happy, and I've got to get my drag chain hooked on. There's no question about it. I got to get I got to design some parts for it. So
you can mount the filament on the side, so it's easy to change out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You could actually, unless you want to move that around a lot, you could actually move your extruder and put the extruder on the front. Oh no, it's direct drive. Sorry,
direct drive. Yeah.
Well, so because it's I just looked again and I saw the Bontech. Yeah. So because it's direct drive, you could actually just get those hanging poles you use in a wardrobe.
Yeah.
And push your filament over that and just let it spin, hang above it.
True. Oh, I forgot I could do this.
Are you saying it for the hot air, Jerry? Thank you.
I see. You assumed he was talking about you.
Well, I'm the one who said about heat rises, so I'm sure it was me. I know Jerry well enough.
Few nuts, plastic covers, and plexiglass. Yeah.
We have two nuts already here on stream. So.
And I agree with Dominic. It's hard to do. Probably heavier than the one in the rat rig. I wouldn't be surprised if it is.
And that I would worry about, because the heavier the head, the higher the chance of introducing ringing, especially at speeds.
Mm-hmm. The Bit Dog haulers. That's over my head, old curmudgeon.
I think he's.
Are you on medication too?
No, I think he's aiming along the same lines as the what is it? Is it the empty can makes the most noise?
Oh, my park cooling fan is, when it first starts up, the park cooling fan on this is like a little. I may have to replace it already, but they're cheap.
Yeah, it could be dirt in there too, like filament, the filament or something in there.
I have spares. Hi, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come
Feeling
here.
guilty about what? Hey, Thomas.
The rat rig does have an enclosure option, Sansa, but I'm not going to pay that kind of money. I can build one.
Yeah.
Actually, how much is the rat rig enclosure? Don't step on my keyboard up here, Waylon.
You can make it out of acrylic.
Yeah, and I can get acrylic cut pretty cheap because I can buy it wholesale.
Yeah, because you
I
use
don't
it
want
for work.
wireless local. I want rat rig.
Oh, you could even make it look really nice because you can. Do you have acrylic benders?
What my supplier that I use does. Yeah.
Because you can actually curve it and make it look
Yeah.
really nice. And
Yeah. Let's see. 3D printing and CNC rat rig. Let's see where their enclosure is.
thanks so much.
Oh, I hear somebody coming on. Hey, Matt.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. A little bit tired, but
turn my ringer on in case somebody tries to get a hold of me. Okay, just person detected in my backyard. That's okay.
Yeah. So it should be. Yeah, as I said, it's outside of my price range. I'm sure Joel will get one at some point.
Hi, Thomas. Didn't hear you come on.
You know, I think Joel will probably get one because he was talking with Joe.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of others, and I know a few guys who have already ordered them, and I know Tripod ordered one. He reserved one.
I'm not surprised he really wanted to get a rat rig.
Well, apparently he's not getting a rat rig now. Apparently he's going with the Prusa, which I wouldn't go. I don't know. Maybe he is, but I personally would have gotten the rat rig route instead.
Yeah. You know, it's if I had the money, I'd get
what I've seen out of it.
I'd get one if I had the cash. Let's see. I'm trying to see what they charge for their enclosure. I can't find it.
You see a tweet that Loyal is sending one then.
What are their accessories?
I didn't see that tweet. I don't know.
I know I'm waiting still on mine.
No, but we're talking about the Prusa XL, the new one.
Oh, new one. No. Oh.
I don't see the enclosure. Okay.
Yeah. But you can just make one. It shouldn't be that hard to do.
Yeah, no, not at all. Well, it's half enclosed as it is.
So what I would do if I was you, I would just get one of those hangers that they use for like a coat rail.
Yeah.
And mount it above your printer, and just take it off, stick a spool in there, and you can put a 10-kilo spool up there, and just have at it.
Hey,
actually, do one with bearings. To make it with bearings so it moves freely, and then have at it with a 10-kilo spool is what I would do.
Sans, I'll wait for the Prusa XL Mark II or 3. Yes, I would not be buying the first generation of that one. Who's my friend? This is Waylon. This is Waylon. He's just demanding a lot of attention tonight.
Well, small dogs are like that. They like attention.
He's like a small whale.
What's that up here?
Whaleton. Cutie.
So.
Say hi to everybody. I know. You don't even see anybody on there, do you? All you see, I don't even know if you see in color. They say dogs.
They say dogs can see in color.
Can?
Well, they can see certain shades of some colors, but
how would we really know?
Their color spectrum is limited.
How do we know?
By testing the eyes.
Well, if you look at the eyes of an animal, you can tell because in the back of the eye you've got we've got cones and rods, and some of them are sensitive to various colors, and they're like your the part in the center of the eye is designed for color, and by looking at those, you can tell what colors they are susceptible to.
Yeah, they really are man's best friend, though. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I love
they show unconditional love. These guys.
And so their view of they have some basic colors. I have to find. I have a chart somewhere that shows that.
Yeah,
because I've done talks about spectroscopy and stuff, and thought about light and stuff, and part of it shows that. So I'll have to try and dig it out and show it to you. But it's but they
Looks
don't see
nice
many
to print.
colors. Sorry,
Looks nice to print. What is it? A robot?
Marvin.
A Marvin, a 200% Marvin keychain. But it looks pretty good so far, and that's probably printing in about half the time it would on my ender. Let's see, 7 minutes left.
20% infill?
I believe. What did I put the infill out on that? Let me open. Get down here for now. Get down for now.
So,
Go.
Llama, about throwing the red or the green ball out, and you say fetch red ball. I wonder if we did that for you, would you go fetch?
So here's Super Slicer.
I haven't made the switch to that yet.
Here's Marvin, and it's got, so if you're on expert, like it's got like a whole bunch of settings in here. And what's my infill? 18% infill.
Yeah.
Stars.
I was
I
close. 20% of that.
You were close, yeah. But yeah, this has a lot of.
Kind of hard to tell from video, you know.
And look at my G code. Yeah, it's right here. Time lapse render. Oh no, that's the render time lapse. So where's the time lapse setting in my G code up top here? Oh, there's where my velocity is only going to 5,000 because they've set a limit in the G code. Square corner velocity 5. That's fine. LED on. I don't have an LED. I can take that out. Yeah, I don't see. Huh. Oh, but down here, after layer change G code, time lapse take frame. Yeah, I can get rid of that. I don't have a camera.
Just comment it out.
Oh, I could comment it out? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think you can.
It doesn't matter. If I ever get a camera, I'll put it in. There we go. But it's basically, I mean...
Oh, I'm not going to make it to Jerry's show tonight.
Tomorrow, you mean?
Yeah, well, for me it's today.
Oh, for you it's today, tomorrow is tonight.
You're not going to be there?
No, I'm gonna...
Jerry, you must not be having a giveaway.
A giveaway? Damn it, I must come on now.
If you do a giveaway, Matt will turn up.
Sure, why not? That's a little bit of a miss. Come on, guys. That's a little bit of a miss. I win every competition.
I'll be right back.
Sure. It's funny, though. Come on.
Yeah, I know it's funny. But... No, I've been working on this.
Another lamp.
That looks not bad, huh?
I agree with you, Dominic. You can make any machine accurate if you just configure it right.
Yeah. Well, not every machine.
No, any machine can be made work.
Okay, Homer Odysseus.
Yep, you can make anything work and anything print right. Any machine. I've never found a machine I haven't been able to get working right. The print nice.
I got it working, the machine, and it prints the shape of it, but you see, the layer lines.
Again, that's down to tuning. That's down to tuning.
I know, but I did already the tuning and all that, and somebody else did the tuning, and they both had the same trouble.
I'll tell you, I have used many printers.
James, if you see it out there, try to get him an Odysseus.
And I have, well, the Homers are TiVo and Homers have broken up. They're divorced each other.
Yeah. I have a Homer Odysseus.
Yeah, but and Homers were always known for doing mostly plastic parts and stuff like that. But you can tune a machine to do whatever you want. I agree.
find it horrendous, the machine.
You can do lithophane. Matt can tell you all about doing color lithophanes. Matt does them all the time. Show some color ones, Matt.
I have no color ones available here.
Order over the other house.
Yeah. Because they're all in the garage packed up, etc. Because I don't have much space here.
Yeah,
So
like I've actually got plywood printers built out of plywood.
this is fresh off the
Fantastic.
printer.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I saw that today. You posted it, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But-
nice.
like you can get like I've as I said I had a printer that was built out of plywood, and it printed great. Took a lot of work to get it tuned, but it printed great.
Yeah. Also with this one. Oops.
That's nice.
That is nice. Man, those look great.
It's basically the same picture, so I don't have to turn it around. But it's a flower pot, a hanging flower pot. So I'm gonna put a chain around here and hang it up and put them.
What is it printed out of?
What do you think it is printed out of? Not gonna last long, I know that.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
Mark,
saying
almost done.
with PLA. First of all, PLA. If you put if any water gets into it, it will weep like a sieve.
Oh yeah,
Right? And
that's for the outside anyway.
it won't take any weight, because if you want you wet them with soil in the plant, that weight can actually break those hanging spots because it's PLA.
Yeah, look at that printer shape.
With my PLA stuff, what I made
Watch you wobble.
For my cactus.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. But I would do them out. If you wanted to take weight, I would have done it out of PETG.
Yeah, probably. I have a raw PETG. I still didn't do mine yet.
There's a question there for you, Matt, about lithophane tutorials.
No, I don't have. I'm sorry.
He doesn't have a channel.
No, I don't have a channel. But I'm thinking about to make one, but I'm talking about this for the past half a year now.
That looks clean.
Yeah, let's have a peek.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was saggy butt a bit, and there's still a little bit of the ghosting on the Z, but I think it's because my printer is wobbling big time. Here, let me make myself a little bigger. Come on, focus. It's pretty clean print. Little bit of
a little bit of ringing there in the back of the Y.
Yeah, and that's the Y-axis ringing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and it's only on one. Yeah, it's actually on opposite sides.
Yeah.
If you look at it, it's on the left side in the front, and it's on the right hand side on the back.
Yeah. And that's sagging. That's common. It's an overprint there, but overall, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Top.
What is that? A 0.2 layer height?
Yeah.
That came out really clean.
Really clean. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, what can I print that's bigger? Yeah, I'm going to fix that Z wobble eventually. Ringing.
Well, when you get it in this permanent home, then you can work on fine-tuning, because it won't be moved after that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's great. That's better quality than I get off most of my other printers, just like this, even with the ringing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually very smooth ringing, subtle. Okay, so those three. What to print next?
You know my opinion.
Well, Matt always wants lithophane. No, lithophane.
Oh, lithophane.
Yeah. Actually, I wonder how fast that would print a lithophane.
But you don't want to print a lithophane too fast, do you?
Well, you normally print it slow, but with that machine, there's no bed moving. It's off only.
Let me see.
And it is tuned for its acceleration, so you could probably do it at least twice as fast as what Matt does right now.
80? 70?
Probably 80, 90 maybe.
No, 70 to 80, I would say.
What do you do today? 30?
I know. I hit 35. I know. Isan, one of the racers, went 120. But
Well,
I don't know if it's true or not, because anybody can say and show no proof of it.
well, if you had a good A-frame, and if you did a big little frame with a good A-frame on the side of it that would support it, then you could print it fast because there'd be no movement on it.
Yeah. And it also depends on the design. Like this one, round design is more stable. Square design is more stable. The problem is if the lithophane looks like a flat piece of like the iPad, then it's a problem.
That would need. That's what I'm saying. You'd put the A-frame on that to support it.
I print those type of lithophanes without A-frames.
Yeah, you do, but at 30 millimeters. At speed,
Yeah.
you couldn't do it without the A-frame.
Well,
Yeah, maybe.
let's do
I would
this.
like to try it. I mean, it's all about balance.
When you do, but at printing at high speed will introduce a wobble on the part as well. So you
Yeah.
need to stabilize that. That's why you're saying you need an A-frame, because just the head moving on the part could introduce a wobble, and that would actually ruin it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So if you do a frame in them, you actually stabilize it, and then you should be good.
But the picture comes out cleaner, so much cleaner if you don't use an A-frame.
But if you're just trimming off the edge, you can trim off the edges on a bandsaw or anything like that to clean.
Yeah, that's what I don't like. Makes it dirty look, on the side.
Imagine a 500. Imagine doing a lithophane on that machine. So you're doing a 500 by 500 lithophane.
Yeah, that would take
a big lithophane.
That would probably take a week, 2 weeks to print.
Yeah,
Maybe
28 days, maybe 5 weeks.
Not at the speed of that machine.
If you went full speed, possibly.
Yeah, full speed maybe.
So
Print pennies bust.
Yeah, 2-3 weeks maybe. If you go 80.
Yeah. So are you going to be on Jerry's stream tomorrow, Tim?
I'm going to try and make it. Yes. Yep. As far as my plan is, yes, to be on it.
Well, I'm planning to be there because after my unboxing is done, I need to do a quick. Even though it's November, I need to go out and mow because I need to unbag it, which takes about 2 hours because of all the leaves on the lawn. It's faster to just mow it and bag and put it straight into the bag than rake it and then bag it and rake it and bag and rake and bag.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Right.
So if I just go over the mower, once I go over it, it picks it up, dump it into the paper bags to be for collection, for recycling, and then just keep going like that. A couple of passes and you're done. But it takes me normally without doing that, it takes me an hour to mow my front and back lawn. So with this, it probably takes me 2 hours to do it.
Okay.
Because you're stopping every 2 passes. You go up and down,
right.
up, down, pause, empty. Do repeat, empty.
Yeah.
Take the bag out of the way. Go back and do it again and again and again. And I'm only going to bag the front. The back I don't care about. I have no leaves in the back. I have no trees.
Print it on the diagonal, get more than 500. How much could I get diagonally on this?
Oh, you probably get, is it 5 by 100? You probably get 750.
Let me take off that old skirt. Where are my tweezers? Where did I put my tweezers down? Right here. Oh. Oh, good. 730. Yeah.
I think you get 750, no?
Pretty close. Yeah, probably. The nozzle was in the way. I'm going to try a really, really, really fast benchy. See what it does. Just because I haven't printed.
Well, your bed is bigger than 500, isn't it? A little bit bigger.
The bed itself is a little bigger, yes.
How big is it on one axis?
It is.
Just taking a risk with your camera, balancing it on the wooden cardboard box.
Yeah, about 520.
So 520. Yeah, you'll get.
What do you mean balancing it on a cardboard box? This is a really heavy duty stand that I bought. No.
You probably get about 735 on that.
It's rare, isn't it? 100, at least $100 on sheet looks like it.
Sorry, what did you measure when you measured it?
520.
Yeah, I think you get about 735. Corner to corner.
Yeah, I just did 720, but I couldn't get real corner to corner because the hot end was in the way.
Yeah.
Let's see what this. Once this gets on the second layer, I'll crank it. There we go.
They're doing a benchy?
Yeah, let's speed it. Let's go to 200%. And it said 57 minutes initially.
Oh, that's rattling.
Oh, now it's going up to 200 millimeters a second in some of it.
Yeah. It's actually reaching 200?
It's hitting 200 on some parts. I'm seeing it.
Maybe the outer walls.
Here, I'll show you if I can. It's rate. Oh, can I zoom this in? I can. You kind of see it right here.
Go full screen. We can't see it. Yeah, makes sense.
See, it hits 200 once in a while there. Great.
180.
Come on, hit up 200.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's the outer walls when it's doing the perimeters.
Yeah.
There it is, yeah. So it's probably on the perimeters.
Yeah, and then I've got 5,000 for the flow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this said it should take 34 minutes to finish it. I could go faster, but I don't know if I want to.
Go to 300.
Okay, let's go 300%.
That's a max of 300 millimeters. You probably won't reach that speed, but still.
Let's see. So far, it's only reaching 200.
Yeah, it has to use the G code that's already there, and then add that to the next bit set. Yeah. There it goes now.
Yeah, it's still only hitting 200
in front, I think, already.
Sorry?
I think it might be deforming in front, getting like warping, like curling up a little bit.
Yeah.
It might be good cause.
Go and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably
it was struggling on the small parts.
Yeah.
But that's rocketing. If we're doing a large object, that would be great speed.
Wow. Look at that printer wobble though.
I know.
It's on that Lazy Susan. If that wasn't on the Lazy Susan, that'd be a lot more solid.
Yeah. I'm saying if that was if you did a large object, that would be a great speed to print at.
Yeah. Steve says infill is at 200%. 200. The slowest you'll see for speed is the outer wall. True. Outer walls should be slower. Inner walls are a little quicker.
Well, yeah, but the infill may not reach that speed because it's actually changing direction so often. Whereas, depending how many walls you're doing, that's where like some areas, the outer walls might be half that speed, but some of the inner walls, and if there's more than one wall, it would actually accelerate there.
I'd like to slow that shake down a little bit. I can't do much about it while it's on the Lazy Susan.
Yeah.
Old Curmudgeon says he knows it's bigger, but it looks like his one is doing a speedboat. Yeah. Let's see what happens. This should print pretty quick.
It's already doing the tabernacle at the back of it.
Yeah. I don't expect the smokestack will look pretty at all.
No. It looks like a mess.
Hey Tim, we expect nothing but perfection.
Well, there we go.
Well, you're all, if you want perfection, you should not be a maker.
It must be jelly because jam doesn't shake like that. You got that right, John. It just shakes worse than my belly. But if I go, let's see, if I were to, can I
I could say
stabilize
something,
my
but
arm?
I get in
I
trouble.
can if I put my arm under it, I stabilize it a little bit, but then I'm counteracting the. No, I'm not. Yeah, whatever. Let her shake.
See
It's
here.
close enough for government work.
I'm expecting. I'm waiting on word from one of the manufacturers. He's supposed to talk to me his morning, and he hasn't done it. Looks like he's having a busy Saturday morning.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head for bed now.
What time is it for you, Matt?
Probably what? 3 or 4?
3:30.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to get up in like 4 hours.
7 hours ahead of us. Wow.
Because I'm going to a concert later. With her, and she's very excited about it, and it's gonna be my first concert.
Oh, cool.
You've never been to a concert before?
No,
What?
never.
Who is it? Who's the band?
I forgot.
I've been to many concerts.
He was more popular, I believe, in the 80s or 90s. I send a. Hold on, ask her.
No, I've been to I've been to concerts I've been to see Queen, I've seen Prince, I saw the Bangles, I saw John Denver, and that's when I was way younger. I've seen Garth Brooks in concert about 6 times.
Wow.
He does a good concert.
I would love to have seen Queen when they were around. I was never interested, but after watching the movie, I was like, wow, I would love to have seen him in concert.
I saw them live at Slane Castle in Ireland.
Oh yeah.
Their opening band was the Bangles, and I always liked Queen, but the Bangles did their opening act. The Bangles as a group,
Hey, Mark.
were fantastic. They actually got the crowd more riled up than Queen did. They actually put in a better performance than Queen. Now, and I like Queen, but the Bengals just rocked it. I mean, they stole the show.
Gary T, you're the one who asked me about if I do a lithophane guide.
Video,
yeah. Well, if you want get some information, contact me after Monday, and we can have a little talk, and I give you all the information what you need.
Went to Van Halen, but missed it.
If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask me anytime.
I saw Kiss about 3 years ago here. Yeah, Walking the Egyptian. Yeah, they were really good. The Bangles, yeah. But I never saw Kiss before, and I saw them about 3 years ago here in Michigan. And they put on, even as old men on stage, they put on a fantastic show.
Yeah. Oh, in the bathroom, sick at a Van Halen concert.
Oh. No, but
I would have liked to have seen ABBA.
I didn't see ABBA in concert. No, that was a bit.
Now you can see him in concert.
What?
Now you can see him in concert.
Who, ABBA?
Yeah.
How?
Electronically, like what's it called?
Cool. Call me
It's
if you're
not
in the neighborhood, Mark.
Oh, DVD.
hologram.
Oh, the holograms, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Everybody's going to hologram. I'm like, no.
no. But I've seen the who else was really good? John Denver did a good one. If you like
Hmm.
his stuff, he did really good.
I've been to a lot of his.
Michael Jackson did a great job. He's did a
Hmm.
great concert. Um, who else? That was during his bad tour.
I was at a John Denver concert one time, and Gordon Lightfoot was in the crowd, and he got up and sang too.
What's his name? Ghost Riders in the Sky. I listened to him earlier.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I grew up in Ireland, so we got we only got him when they went on world tours.
Ghost
You know,
Riders.
the Cure were really good in concert.
Hmm.
You
They
guys
were
know
really good.
the guy who sings Ghost Riders in the Sky? He was very popular in the 70s and 80s.
Ghost
What
Riders
a
in the Sky was
Johnny Cash. I would, yeah, I
Johnny
never saw
Cash.
him.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him
Yeah.
in concert. When he was alive, because he like
He's
I've
still alive,
seen some of
oh?
his videos. Hmm?
Johnny
Stompin'
Cash is
Tom.
still alive, oh?
Stompin' Tom grew up in
No,
Skinner's Pond, PEI.
Johnny Cash died years ago.
Oh
Really?
yeah.
He
He did.
died. He died within a few months of his wife passing away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because I know he did a video and
Well, yeah. So
very sad video too.
yeah, but
Empire of Dust or something, what it's
she
called.
died, and I think within a few
Oh,
weeks,
cool.
a few months or two, he passed away. I met Gareth Brooks in walking the streets. He was out with his wife at the time he was married to Sandy, not not
Righteous.
but he was out shopping around. I was up in Dublin in Ireland for the concert, and he was out walking around, and he actually got up with he actually and did an open air concert. He got out a guitar in the middle of the street and started singing in the middle of the street.
Yeah. I rode an elevator once with Billy Idol. He stunk.
Oh, he's funny.
But he had bad BO, man.
Yeah, but no,
That's
but he's a
back when I
funny
was
guy though.
working.
He's got a
Back when I
great sense of
worked with
humor.
back when I worked with MCA Records, he was one of their artists.
I spoke to Janis Jackson once.
You work for
Cool.
CA?
Huh?
You work for the CA Records?
I worked for MCA Records
Yeah.
years ago.
Wow.
Ago. Universal MCA.
Yeah, I remember them. Gary Newman. Okay.
Yeah. Short people. Short people got no reason.
Like Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Those people.
Yeah, he's
Tom
tiny.
Cruise is classified as a dwarf, isn't he?
No,
Yeah.
he's above 5 foot.
I thought he was a 3'2" or something.
No. He
They just
was,
make him look bigger because they put him on a cardboard box.
well, actually, no. I've heard that in some scenes, this is a really tall, like a second in there. They actually, he walks in a raised area where they walk on the ground, so it makes him balance
What's
out.
that cardboard box?
Randy Newman. Okay. Gary Newman, Randy Newman. I've seen Burton Cummings in concert. You guys know Burton Cummings?
No.
He's a Canadian singer. He was with the Guess Who. Burton
Who?
Cummings was with the Guess Who. Yeah, who? Guess Who? He sang a song. I don't know if you've heard the song. What's his popular ones? My Own Way to Rock. Stand Tall. You might know him if you heard him, but yeah.
Maybe.
I'll probably hear them.
He was
the songs.
when he was with the Guess Who. It was him and Randy Bachman. You've heard of Randy Bachman? Tell me you've heard of Randy Bachman. Bachman Turner Overdrive, BTO, Taking Care of Business.
Taking care of
I know that
business
song. Yeah.
That's Randy Bachman.
every day.
Yeah, American Woman. Have you heard the song American Woman?
Yes.
That was the Guess Who, and Burton Cummings.
Okay.
Whew. Bailed me out there, John. Thank you. Worked security at the Calgary Stampede during both the Rod Stewart concert and Garth Brooks. Cool.
Yeah, Garth Brooks. I think Garth Brooks would put on a better show than Rod Stewart.
Yeah, and then I saw Billy
He-
Joel in concert once. He put a great concert on.
Yeah, he does. He does really good concerts too. Yeah. I've lost count of how many I've been to. I've been to so many.
Yeah.
So we went
my
from
very-
3D printing to talking about
Concert.
music stuff. Yeah.
My very first ever concert. You ever heard of a group called Prism?
Yeah, I think so.
They did a song called Spaceship Superstar, and was their big hit. Anyways, yeah, that
I
was
have
my
to hear
very
it.
first concert altogether overall. So
Yeah.
I don't even know
OMD
how-
are really good.
OMD,
Yeah.
One
Orchestra
Line View.
Universe in the Dark.
I don't know them.
They're very good.
Oh, Benchy's half done. More than half done.
Who else is good? Who else is really good in concert? I'm trying to think.
Britney Spears.
She was supposed to put on really good concerts.
Yeah,
I
no,
never saw her in concert, but I heard she puts on a really good concert.
My sister went to school with her brother.
Actually, I went to school with everyone except the lead singer of the Cranberries. I hung out with them after school, and I worked with them in a supermarket with the drummer Fergal, stacking shelves. Because they're from the same. They went to school, the same school I went to. My sister,
Cranberries.
the twin boys,
come handy on Thanksgiving.
the other twin boys they were in the same year as my sister, which is 1 year behind me in school.
I don't know what modern jukebox is. Postmodern jukebox.
No. Yeah.
Rob Zombie.
Actually, that's one of the words. One that comes from the bang from.
Yeah, that's a group called Rob Zombie.
No, yeah, but no, that's a song.
Oh, Zombie. Could be.
Is Liam the Zombie this boat? No, it's not. Thank you. Love you too, Gary. No, but actually, when I used to go when I go home, like it's been a while now since I've been home, but and I've given up drinking, but when I used to drink and I would go home, I used to go always drink in the same place, and Fergal, the drummer, he drinks there.
Oh, okay.
So I used to meet him on weekends. I'd meet him there all the time.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's really down to earth, Even though they were huge superstars, at home, he like when you if you meet him out, he was just an everyday guy that you grew up with.
Yeah,
He stayed that way.
that's good.
Yeah. Who else has seen concert was really good? I can't remember all of them. I've seen. Some of the country concerts, the country western concerts are really good.
Yeah.
2 years ago, I saw.
I like Cotton Eye Joe.
That's a song.
Cotton Eye Joe. Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Yeah. No, I saw there was a group of them in a concert in the DTE 2 years ago before the lockdown, or 2.5 years ago, and I went there, and it was a really, really, really good.
99 Luftballons.
Oh yeah, 99 Luftballon. I remember that song.
In the Luft herum.
Yeah, 99 red balloons. Yeah. Actually, it's kind of funny.
Cool.
In English, it's 99 red balloons, but the song is 99 floating balloons because Luftballon is floating balloon. Yeah, they changed it. They changed the word when they converted it to English. They call it 99 red balloons because Luft means floating or flying.
99 floating balloons.
Luft means air.
Oh.
Yeah, air balloons. Yeah, but in English they call it the red balloon. That's the name. When they did it, it's 99 red balloons is what they call it.
Just like with American football and European football.
Well, yeah, one's football and one's soccer, though. That's the difference.
Yeah.
American football is football.
What you call soccer is football.
Soccer is the proper name of the game. No, proper name of the game is soccer.
People gonna argue about that with you.
Well, you call it football, right? But it's actually the name of the sport is soccer. It's soccer practice you go to. You don't go to football practice. You go to soccer practice.
It sounds more like you're a sucker for that, you know?
Yeah, well, and then American football has always been called football. It's football practice.
Well, what I don't get is that they call American football and Canadian they call football as well, but you touch the ball with your hands most of the time.
That's touch football. Yeah, that's different.
I don't understand why they call it soccer, which they call football in Europe.
Yeah.
Makes more sense because you hit the ball with your foot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in American Canadian football, the quarterback holds the football in his hand, they catch it in his hand, so it should be called handball. Anyway,
That's a different game. That's why I play. That's why I played rugby. There's no question.
Yeah.
The question goes away.
Yes, it is.
So that's why I say with rugby. There's no question.
It's like American football.
No, rugby was around way before American football was.
Yeah, I know.
And
But
you don't wear the helmets. You don't wear all the padding, and
yeah, but I think about to
you
get
don't
now
have three teams. You have one on each side, and that's it.
because I have too many concussions.
That's
So-
well, no, I think American football used to have as many concussions. When they started adding the pads, people dropped their inhibition about how hard they were going to charge. Then the concussion rate went up. If you took away the helmets out of American football and all the pads, all of those concussions would disappear in the space of one season.
Definitely more nose bleeding, I would say.
There we go. Just for anybody who hasn't seen this.
A nosebleed is a nosebleed. That's okay. You know, if you're not bleeding, you're not bleeding playing, right?
No.
Yeah.
How big it is? 14 inches by 14 inches?
Yeah,
Yeah,
14
36
inch cube, yeah.
centimeter, 360 by 360. Fully automatic first layer calibration, which isn't new, but they say you don't need to live adjust Z at all. Always perfect first layer. That I
Well, if
can't
your
wait.
Z offset is a fixed ratio, then you don't need to.
Yeah, 16
Are those
independent.
multiple plates?
Yeah,
Here's my question on that though. Unless you like, why would you need to?
that makes sense on a large bed, but if you have a thick enough bed, that wouldn't be an issue if you have a quality bed.
Yeah, but on a bed of that size,
More
why
even
would you
heating.
need to have independent heating areas?
Maybe because the printing only is this big instead of this big.
Yeah, but okay, if you're printing in one corner, I get that. But you print those printers would automatically, by default, print that part in the middle of the bed,
Yeah, true.
right? So,
Great
So
looking
only
hot
need
end.
4 pads.
so there's no. I just want to question: why would you need to have heat zones on a bed that's only the size of a CR of an Ender 5 Plus?
See, and I haven't seen a thermostat in a heat break before.
Well, that's to detect heat creep.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
yeah. Of course,
And what
power
you can
loss
do-
recovery, everyone should have it. Smart RGB lighting,
That's whatever. Yeah.
their warranty and service is great. I got to give them that. They
That's
have
what
the
you
best
pay for
service in
with
the
Prusa.
business. Yeah,
And this skirt that they put around it, I don't like that.
yeah,
One more thing. What is it?
yeah. This is where they talk about the tool changer.
Oh, the tool changer. Now, that's different. And the tool change. Well, there's other tool changers out there, and I like the idea. And it would be nice if you could actually. I haven't checked about it. Does each tool changer have its own temperature and so on settings? You can do multi materials.
Okay, see those wiggly wobbly things? Those are like spring rods that go around to hold the cable loom up out of the way.
Where?
What do you? It was those. Here, if I back the video up shortly, you see the little. If I stop it here, see these little things right here?
Yeah.
It's like an S shape.
Mhm.
Well, that's a rod that goes right around the whole cable loom to the back, and it keeps the cable loom in a U shape so it doesn't sag. What
That's
would you
good.
call those? What would you call that?
cable restraint.
A cable restraint?
Mm.
Okay. I've been looking for one of those for my rat rig. I was going to maybe use that instead of my chain thing. Fully automatic tool calibration alignment.
As you change the head, you'd have to change that.
Yeah, each tool finds its exact offset. That's pretty cool.
Now, the problem is, how can you do that if you have a print already on the printer?
Yeah, I
How
don't
can you do
know.
that offset?
Yeah.
It would make sense to have those on the back corners. So when you start to print, or if it changes the tool head, it comes out and touches that to do a calibration in one area, and then, or even in a fixed point somewhere off the print bed, and then comes out because then it knows the difference from the last print settings.
And Uncle Jesse made a comment too. He said, "Come on, not a touch screen."
Yeah, I agree with that too. And
so,
why, if you're doing a good screen, why so small?
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
So one head semi-assembled, $2,000. If you
At
want it
least 7
assembled, you're
inches or
looking
more.
at $500 more. If you want semi-assembled 5 heads, $3,500 and $4,000 if it's fully assembled.
Yeah, but all 5 heads are individual, are all FDM prints.
Yeah.
You have no other option, and they're all Bowden fed by the looks of it.
No, I think they're all Bowden fed, but they're direct drive heads.
Oh, so it's just using the Bowden as a feed tube.
Just using a Bowden to get the filament up.
It's an all metal hot end. Okay.
I'm sure it better be. Let's see what the features are here. Zero backlash, cycloidal 21 gearbox.
Doesn't say.
Oh, they don't talk about the print heads. No. Well, I'm sure it's all metal because the if you saw when they pulled the nozzle out to change it, right?
Oh, the long tube, yeah.
The long tube. So yeah, so it's just going to be filament going down to the hot end. Yeah.
Oh. That's okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would. Yeah. You can buy a 600 by 600 for that price. You can buy two. You can buy two 600 by 600s for that price.
Yeah, Dominic, get 2. They're small.
Yeah, so I am saying that the one that I was talking about, the 600D, that's coming out like next year. In that one, they're looking at about $2,000 for that machine. That's what they're talking right now. Initially, right?
Yeah.
That might change, but still, you can buy 2 of them for that, and it's core.
Stephen's got a good point, Stephen. I'll wait for the clone. Yeah, there'll be clones coming out.
But you don't need a clone. You have the rat rig. Why would you pay for that when you have a rat rig and just put a tool changer on a rat rig?
And then somebody's going to come out that you'll see that extruder become more popular now. And
yeah, but again, why would you do that when you can just put a tool changer on a rat rig?
Yeah, exactly. But I don't have a need for a tool changer.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, for industry, if you do multicolors or multi-materials or whatever.
I have a Palette Pro 2 sitting over on my shelf. I just don't know if I'm ever going to use it.
I would use stuff like that. I do multicolor and multi-material prints.
Yeah, you said do.
I did. I do. Yeah. What are you, 2?
That's not a bad looking benchy for the speed I've been going.
No, it's not, because I was doing 300 millimeters. The stack will be the hardest one.
Yeah, we'll see how the stack turns out. This says it's got 3 minutes left, so we'll see. That's pretty quick. What's a benchy take normally, say, on a Ender 3?
I don't know. I don't have an Ender 3.
An hour or something?
I never had one. I never had an Ender 3. I said that on the stream today, and people were shocked.
Nah, I've never had an Ender 3 until I got the Ender 3 Pro. Or Ender 3 V2, sorry. Yeah, there's a little bit of the hull of the boat itself, Stephen, is a little bit messy. But hour and 15 for a regular benchy, okay. And this was just about a half hour. Your first was 45 minutes. Okay. This one is at 32 minutes right now. So this one will be, oh, there's the stack. So this will be about a 35-minute benchy. Not going to break any records. That stack's not looking too bad. Oh, better answer this.
Oh, there he goes. He's going to get dinged for that one. I'd like to.
Yeah, it came out really nice, even the stack.
Yeah. Yeah, it did actually. The cooling must be excellent on that machine.
Yeah. I mean, wow. That's almost perfect.
Even the stack's not good.
Let's have a peek at it. Oh, the stack's not bad. Okay.
For that speed, it's good.
Oh, okay. Let's have a peek. Yeah, not bad. So as we can see, the hull,
yeah, but
suffered a little bit, and especially on the front. But
and that's probably cooling because of the speed you're going at.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
For that speed, that was not bad.
Yeah, it came out. No, it came out fine.
Yeah. No stringing, nothing. Wow. Very happy with that. More cooling. Yeah, Stephen. And you had mentioned earlier it should have dual 50-15 fans, which, yeah, probably could. If I had dual fans on this,
that would probably be way better, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that is heating issue. That's a cooling issue.
Yeah. And the bottom, it's probably a little close to the bed.
That's easy to adjust.
Yeah. Well, hello, Waylon. Did they kick you out from upstairs? They did. They did. Yeah, I know. What are we at? We're at 9 o'clock. I'm going to go for about another half hour.
Well, I'm going to be leaving shortly because it's 11 o'clock at night for me, and I have a stream.
Oh, yeah.
In the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll call it quits right now. I'm happy with the results. We got a Marvin, a Cube, and a Benchy.
Yeah. So because I'm on early. I'm on at 11 a.m. in the morning, and I haven't done any setup yet. I haven't. My desk is full of other stuff that I was working on, so I have to clean all that off, and I have to do it tomorrow morning. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'll call it anyways. It's Friday night.
I'm jealous. You know that, right?
You're jealous?
Yeah. Because they're up.
Oh, well, don't be. I mean, it's been a journey. I should have had it running.
It's been a good journey, and it was fun. And we were all along the journey for you, which even made it even better, right?
Yeah, I had it running by my birthday, which I wanted, and then I decided to learn Clipper. So, yeah, it was good.
Well, I said over the holidays, not Thanksgiving, but probably over the Christmas holidays, I'm going to do my Ender 5 Plus, and I'm going to get it set up with Clipper. And then see what we can do there, and then after that, I will. I have some stuff like I have a printer this week. I have a laser already here for next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do that next week. Okay, Gary, I'll see you then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, listen, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Thank you.
And thank you for everybody that was watching on this impromptu last-second stream. So. It went for an hour and a half. Yeah, what the heck? It was nice to have the company. Matt, you were supposed to go to bed like a half hour ago. You said, I think I'm going to go to bed.
Matt says he's going to go to bed about 20 times in any live stream.
Yeah. Okay, take care, everybody.
Yeah, take care.
See you later.
Yeah.